How you doing, YouTube family? Today is Saturday, January the 10th, 2026. It's your man, Big D, and I am back with another one. Want to thank all you good folk out there in YouTube land for continuing to rock out with my son and I. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Well, family, I'm back with another one. And family, in 2026, the world is tearing itself apart at the seams. We are in a time where people feel like they have the ability to come on the internet and say whatever the hell that they want. Moreover, people feel like that they can behave any way they want without there being any consequences. So we at a place now where you have American citizens wishing harm on the young men and women, out of men and women that are serving in our United States military. And no matter how you might feel about the country, no matter how you might feel about the president, but for you to wish harm on one of your fellow Americans because you're so emotional and so wrapped up in this matrix that you go wishing harm on somebody who's serving in the military. Not only are these people doing that, family, they are coming on these internet streets and they are professing it with their mouth. If you believe in what the good books say, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So you are manifesting, you are speaking these words into the existence, into the very ethers of space and time. And you think that's okay. You think it's your God-given right, your constitutional right, your right to have a freedom of speech. And while these people enjoy their constitutional rights, you know, while people enjoy their right to say whatever the hell they want, and even so much so that people are under the assumption that they can just do whatever the hell they want. The police tell you to stop. While you are in the wrong, you're committing a crime. You're breaking the law. And the people tell you to stop, and not only do you stop, you start misbehaving, and the outcome is not a positive one. So, family, you have all these people that enjoy these rights that they obtained when they was born into this country. But this is the moral of the story. Somebody had to pay for you to have the right to come on the internet to wish harm on service members. Somebody had to pay the cost for you to have a right to think you can buck up against the police when you dead ass wrong. Somebody paid the ultimate price so you can have the right to do whatever the hell you want to do, when you want to do it, and how you want to do it. Because in your mind, you feel like that there's no reproach for you. Oh, that's my freedom of speech. I can voice my opinion. That's just that's freedom of expression. Yeah, maybe so. But my question is this: what did you do, or what are you doing, or what have you done to make this society a better place? Because at least the people that had the intestinal fortitude to decide that, hey, you know what? Somebody got to do it, and I'll do it. I was talking to my son last night, and we had the conversation about, you know, being in the military and understanding that although he might not be no Ranger, no Special Forces, no Delta Force, He just he's pretty much works in a position that he's a support position. He supports the mission. And that can come in many, many forms, but he's not combat arms. But what you got to understand, family, is that when you go through basic training, everybody is an infantryman or woman, because you can be a mechanic, you can be a cook, you can be some type of administrative assistant. But if you find yourself in combat and the enemy done brand through all the combat arm MOSs, and they need you to step up, they gonna hey, listen, I understand that you went through basic training and then, but your job was to be a cook, right? But up under these circumstances, we gonna need you to understand you ain't in the D fight no more. You're not in the kitchen. You ain't a mechanic working in the motor pool. You not working in office. You in combat, and your ass got to resort to your training. So now, knowing that somebody took on that kind of obligation, knowing that they went into the military, not necessarily to go to war, but knowing that, hey, if it ever happens, I got to be okay with it. So that's what me and my son was talking about. But again, he is paying the price for people to be able to have the freedom of the freedoms that you enjoy in this country. See, here's the thing, family. I've been to some places where you come on the internet and you say something reckless. Oh, they coming to get you. You ain't gonna have no TikTok page, no YouTube page where you just making video after video. The first video you make and you say something derogatory against the government in any capacity, in any facet, they coming to get your ass. That's gonna be the shortest content creation career that you ever have. But the problem is, people born in this country, they don't understand what it's like to live in a country where if your ass say or do anything out of the scope of what that country stands for and what the vision of that country's leader is, oh yeah, you're gonna have some problems. And it's only until you understand the rights that you have that other people don't have, man, you take it for granted. And that's why you have people coming on the internet talking reckless. That's why you have people interfering with ICE and their investigations. That's why you have people bucking up against the police. Because I always say, if you right in what you're doing, don't try to hold court on the side of the road. You just go ahead and get you a lawyer and you sue their ass into oblivion. That's all. That's what you do. But you must be right in what you're doing. And because Americans, the average American who has not gone anywhere, who really has not, and I'm not saying that the military meant for everybody, because it's not. Everybody's not meant to go into the military. Just like everybody ain't meant to be a firefighter. Everybody not meant to be a police officer, a deputy, FBI, DEA, ATF, a federal criminal investigator, whatever. And that's not meant for everybody. Everybody in our society has a role to play. Everybody has a part to play. But at the end of the day, we must all work as a cohesive unit. Otherwise, we're going to fail as a whole. So understand that when you come on these internet streets and you say reckless things, understand that somebody paid the price, the ultimate price for you to do it, to be able to do it, and not have to worry about the Gestapo kicking your door in and snatching you up out your house for making nefarious complaints against the government or allegations against the government. Y'all don't, the average person don't understand. And you know what? And the sad thing about it is that these people that are saying these crazy things and talking reckless and whatnot, okay, fine. Maybe the military ain't for them. That's cool. That's fine. But what else are you doing to contribute to society other than coming on the internet saying some negative ish? What else are you doing? And if you're not doing anything positive, maybe you should pick up something that perhaps will lead you to a path of enlightenment, to an understanding that to wish harm on somebody who protecting your very freedom is just ludicrous to me. Well, family, always remember, be more tomorrow than you were yesterday. Peace.